Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Raising Wellness and welcome to another vegan meal prep. I have all of my containers laid out, my portion control containers, my containers for dinner, lunch, breakfast, and snacks. And then here are my meals. So I know exactly what I'm making and I know the exact portion size so that I'm not wasting anything. And here's my nice clean fridge right before I fill it with all sorts of yummy goodness. So the first meal, breakfast, is a gluten-free oat jar with blueberries, and then to sweeten it, I've added in some maple syrup. And I just bought these blueberries when they're in season and froze them, and I've been using them for a while. And now we have a quinoa salad for lunch. It's delicious, and I put a balsamic vinaigrette on top. This is my romaine and my green portion cup I use to measure out my veggies. And then I just chop my romaine up super thin. I've never had a problem with romaine going bad, more so a problem with spinach, but romaine seems to be good for even 6 days. And then I'm going to chop up my kombucha, my cucumbers. And I chop those up nice and thin. They do get a little weird on the 6th day, but I've never had a super issue with them. And I have my carrots that I'm going to chop up. I also chopped up some celery, the cucumbers, and my romaine, and some tomatoes right there. And I'm just going to layer my jars with quinoa, tomatoes, carrots, celery, cucumber, and romaine using my portion control containers so I know exactly how much I need for each day. So the quinoa goes in first because it's the slowest digesting, and then the romaine and carrots, and then the more water-rich foods are going to go on top of that. So like celery and the cucumber and then the tomatoes. And I just top it with my balsamic vinaigrette that I'll make throughout the week. And that is a completed meal. So now we're off to a chia pudding snack for midday, and I use that red portion cup to measure out any proteins. So this cashew yogurt is my favorite, and I'll use the red container to measure that out. And it's by Forager, and I just add them into the container, and now I'm topping it with some chia seeds so it gets a little bit more thickened. And that's it. And the starch bowl I'm making for dinner with a tahini turmeric dressing, I'm just shredding up the kale right now, and then I chopped it really thin, and I have my starches, so spaghetti squash and sweet potato. And this is super simple, guys. You can get way more crazy with the kale if you want to like roast it or bake it or saute it, whatever. But I made it super simple, just put the starches in there with the exact portions that I needed, and now to make the dressings. So the first dressing is for my salads, and that's the balsamic vinaigrette. Super easy. Extra virgin olive oil and balsamic. Put a lid on it and shake it, and you're good to go. The next one is for dinner, and it's with tahini and then some water and lemon. This is a 16-ounce mason jar, so you can see I've almost filled it to the top, about 5 ounces short. And then I added the juice of 1 lemon, and then I added in some turmeric and also some black pepper. And it would be really good if you put lime and maybe some lemongrass in there as well to give kind of a Thai flavor. And so these are all my meals, guys, for 5 days. Here are my dinners all packed and ready to go. My chia pudding snack for the middle of the day, super high in protein. And then my salad in the back there with the quinoa. And for breakfast, I have the blueberries and oats, and I'll just add the water as I go throughout the week and soak it overnight, and my 2 dressings. And that's it, guys. That's totally complete, except for my superfood powder and protein powder mix that I make on the fly after a workout. And here's my whole fridge stocked and ready to go for the whole work week. Thanks for tuning in, guys. There'll be plenty more to come. I'm so excited to have you here. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, ideas, put them in the comment box down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Mwah.